Is this American health leader behind the COVID outbreak? Could he be the American serial killer of the 21st century? Let's dive into the shocking story of Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Fauci became famous during the COVID-19 pandemic for advising the U.S. government. His decisions shaped the country's response, but they also sparked a lot of debates. Some people agreed with him, while others didn't like the rules he suggested. Some critics have even called Fauci the American serial killer of the 21st century. Why? They blame him for causing suffering through lockdowns, economic harm, and even deaths. They think his decisions led to more harm than good. A big part of the controversy around Fauci is his connection to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, WIV, in China. Fauci's NIH gave money to an organization called EcoHealth Alliance. EcoHealth worked with WIV to study coronaviruses found in bats. Some critics think this funding might have gone toward risky research called gain-of-function, which makes viruses more dangerous. However, Fauci and the NIH say their funding didn't go toward this kind of research, and there is no clear proof that the money caused the virus to spread. But this connection has caused a lot of confusion and suspicion. Fauci's actions also came under the spotlight during the January 6th Capitol riot investigation. The J6 committee looked into how leaders, including Fauci, responded to the crisis. Though Fauci focused on public health, the investigation tied his leadership to the larger political tensions of the time, showing how his decisions were part of the larger story of national unrest. Just hours before his handover, former President Joe Biden decided to pardon Fauci, protecting him from legal trouble. Why? Because there were fears that if Trump returned to office, he might try to hold Fauci accountable. Trump had already said he would go after Fauci. Fauci's decisions didn't just affect the U.S. They impacted the whole world. Countries like India, Brazil, and the U.K. followed his advice on things like vaccines and social distancing. But the questions about his ties to the Wuhan Institute of Virology made countries nervous. Could his connections have influenced his advice? Biden's pardon has big consequences, not just for the U.S., but for the whole world. It makes people wonder, should public health leaders be protected from legal action, or should they be held responsible for their decisions? This pardon could change how we see public health leaders in the future. Will other leaders be protected like Fauci, or will they face consequences for their actions during a crisis? Do you agree with Fauci's decisions, or do you think he should be held accountable? Let us know in the comments below. Share your thoughts on this sudden rush pardon, Fauci's ties to the Wuhan Institute, and his role in the J6 committee investigation. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on stories like this.